CNBC Radio. Stocks are ending the month with a sell-off. The Dow is down 95 points and Nasdaq is lower by 25. The economy shrank in the first 3 months of the year. That was expected. A decline in business activity in the Midwest was not. Because of weak economic activity across the country, consumers are more pessimistic than they were in April. The Greek government is still optimistic that it can reach a reform for rescue deal with its international bailout supervisors by Sunday. However, European officials deny a deal is near. There's some good news from corporate America. Rosetta Stone is up 16% after saying its board has received an expression of interest from RDG Capital Fund Management. GameStop is 6% higher after reporting better than expected results, and Altera is up 6% to a near 15-year high after a report that Intel is close to buying its smaller rival for about $15 billion. Intel is up 1%. John Lesher, CNBC Radio.
There is something about the road that beckons, that invites us to pack up the family and leave the world behind. And there is something about an industry-leading unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz that gives us the freedom to do exactly that. You take to the highway, rack up the miles for up to 3 years, and drive with the assurance that your Mercedes-Benz is covered. You have the security of being in a car that has been certified to Mercedes-Benz standards, while you enjoy a carefree ownership experience for miles and miles. But while the mileage is unlimited, your time to take advantage of our certified pre-owned sales event is not. Now through June 1st, you can also receive complimentary prepaid maintenance and your first 2 months payments on us on select models, plus 3 months of Sirius XM satellite radio. So hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today and see why we say the odometer is there to record the memories.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
Supervisors by Sunday. However, European officials deny a deal is near. There's some good news from corporate America. Rosetta Stone is up 16% after saying its board has received an expression of interest from RDG Capital Fund Management. GameStop is 6% higher after reporting better than expected results, and Altera is up 6% to a near 15-year high after a report that Intel is close to buying its smaller rival for about $15 billion. Intel is up 1%. John Lesher, CNBC Radio.
The most diversified radio station on the dial, AM 1050, Kcaa.
Well, good afternoon. Your Inland Empire weather, sunny and nice through the whole entire weekend. Highs today 88, up tomorrow to 90 degrees, and then coming back down a little bit, 87 by Sunday. Overnight lows tonight 57. Currently we are at 89 degrees here in San Bernardino. Looking at your traffic, you've got a disabled vehicle on the 215 southbound. That is just past Martin Luther King going through Riverside. And in Fontana, you've got stop-and-go traffic on the I-15 between Summit and Sierra. Into the Cajon Pass, the 15 is slow in pockets from the Summit to the 215. And the south is also slow between Oak Hill and Cleghorn Road. That is the very latest with weather and traffic on the station that leaves no listener behind, KCAA 1050 AM.
Empire talks back.
The attitude that, well, the little guy cannot win seems to prevail, despite the fact that over time we've seen that the little guy, if he is persistent, he becomes the big guy.
Empire talks back.
No, it's because maybe people figure out a little knowledge is like smoke. It leads to the fire.
Empire talks back.
I think this drive for equality, this drive for justice is gathering steam as opposed to fading out. I think more and more people realize the importance of the freedoms that America represents.
Empire talks back with Wallace Allen and Friends, Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. on AM 1050 KCAA.
But now it seems like things are finally coming around.
Do you like cars, racing, adventure and speed, motorsports of any kind? If it has speed, high performance, or burns octane, there's a brand new show for you. Do you have 1030 weight in your blood, or are you running on 104 performance octane? Then gear up for a brand new show on KCAA called Kcaa Racing. Tune in Saturdays at 4 p.m. with host Joe Britt for news, interviews, and all kinds of stuff you can use about racing and the automotive world. Whether it's learning how to put spark plugs in or spark up your supercharger, Joe's got the answer for you.
Ready, buddy? Ready. All right, Dan. Get it up.
Kcaa Racing. Find out how Joe built the Stallion GT1 exotic sports car, or hear the area's best experts on automotive questions. It's Kcaa Racing, right here, where we put you in the driver's seat and it doesn't stop till you cross the finish line. Saturdays at 4 p.m. right here on KCAA. It's Kcaa Racing.
Well, see you later. Come on, guys, let's go.
It's Mike Manahan, host of Biz Rap Radio, the show all about small business and entrepreneurs. Join me every Friday at 3 p.m. right here on KCAA Radio.
KCAA proudly presents The Poorman Show.
You were in rehab. I heard that you were in rehab.
Is this like an old radio rating trick or something?
If it is, it's not working.
It's time for
Radio Hidden Back. Is there anybody in the Inland Empire who can call our show that's actually in the Inland Empire, where we broadcast to? Okay, we got somebody else. Hold on here. Let's get somebody else on here. Hello?
I think you need to get a little angry or frustrated like you did before.
We've been off since about 1.
Why didn't you tell me this?
Because I didn't want you getting upset. I wanted you to continue with your lovely show.
What? It smells like an outhouse in here.
Yeah, I imagine so.
And if I can't run
this is our radio
the
station,
right
and
way,
you will run it like a professional.
I can't hear anything in the room, by the way, because I can't hear you guys. I honestly can't. Do you have regular bowel movements?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now what's going to happen.
You really never know what's going to happen. Here's the Poor Man.
Good Friday to everybody. What a great weekend it's going to be. Beautiful day in Southern California and quite a packed show today. We got lots of giveaways. We're going to be doing the first ever edition of the Poor Man's Spelling Bee. This is in honor of the yearly spelling bee that happens. ESPN broadcasted. I'm always fascinated by the spelling bee. I've never really watched it, except they always show the winners. And it seems like they're Indian people win it every year. This year there was a tie. So we're going to do our own version of the spelling bee. We're going to get prizes from the Nickel Shopper. Carl's going to be on a little later on. And then after that, we've got Peter Dills, Dining with Dills. He's going to have some great restaurant meal certificates to give you for restaurants around the Inland Empire. So all you got to do are spell some special words that we've come up with that are a little bit different than the 13-year-olds are spelling on the regular spelling bee. In addition to that, if you heard yesterday's show, you might recall we had Linda Gross, the author of Mastering Women, where she basically has written a book with 20,000 interviews telling guys who are losers how they can always score with women, no matter what they look like, no matter how well hung they are, no matter what's going on. And we got into a conversation of what nationality of male has the smallest pee-pee. And Linda seemed to think it was Asian men. And then Di jumped on, and because Linda also said, if you're a confident man, you should be able to score with any woman you want, even if you're hung like a sweet pickle. Or to put it in proper perspective, look at your baby finger and take the knuckle all the way up to the tip of the fingernail. And anyway, she said, it doesn't even matter how well hung you are, that women will dig you if you have the confidence. So this went on for like 20 minutes yesterday. And today we are going to bring in a medical doctor to help clear this thing up. And I believe, Linda, are you on the line right now?
I am, yes.
Linda, welcome back. It's been just a marvelously short 24 hours since you and I last spoke.
I can't believe I'm back for 1 inchers, but let's bring it on.
Right. And I guess Dr. Corsandi, is he on the line right now as well?
No, he's in the middle of a procedure.
Okay. How soon will we have Dr. Corsandi?
About 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes. All right. I'll tell you what. My roommate's here too. Sean, come on the radio real quick. We lost our video. Huh? Okay, that's all right, man. We lost our video screen anyway. Just say hi to everybody.
What's going on, everybody?
That's the guy who lives in the front of my house. You'd like, huh?
Said cheers.
Yeah, you'd like him, Di. He's kind of a GQ looking guy, and Linda as well. All right, so Linda, can you hold on a minute?
Of course.
Okay, we're going to take a commercial break, which we want to do just to organize and get Dr. Corsani on the line, and then we will clear up forever whether the Asian man is hung smaller and whether a man with a lonely 1-inch unit can satisfy a woman. Injured at your job? Abused by your boss? Fired? My radio show sponsor, workers' comp attorney Scott Schwartz, will help at no cost. Go to his website, socalworkcomp.com, or give him a call, 818-350-2658. He doesn't charge you anything unless he makes a recovery.
When I say Wave Tools, you think surfboards, right? But not just any surfboards. We're talking boards that just work better. Since Lance Collins polished off his first surfboard in 1969, Wave Tools has been cranking out the best boards money can buy for all of SoCal and beyond. Come check out what a real surf shop is all about. Real surfers hanging out any time of day at Wave Tools Surfboards. Customize that new board with a look that screams you. Wave Tools Surfboard in Costa Mesa. Go to wavetoolssurf.com or call 949-631-0887. The crew is ready to assist you. 949-631-0887. So you got your taxes done and filed on time, or maybe not. Now is not the time to panic, though. I've got the solution, and they're right here in the Southland. Wynn Coop & Associates been in the business of serving OC and IE accounting and bookkeeping needs for more than 30 years. Whether you're a small or large business or an individual who needs info and help with trust management, accounting, and tax returns, Wynn Coop & Associates can help. Oh, and the initial evaluation is free. Call 949-851-1632. That's 949-851-1632. Or go to wincoopcpa.com. That's WYNKOOP CPA.com. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatlesarama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesarama.com and click on the player start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatlesarama, thank you. The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poorman show here on KCAA 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatlesarama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13. The music of Casey Fallon. His second album, Atmospheric Disturbances. The powerful melodic energy that is Casey Fallon. On the college radio charts for months, Atmospheric Disturbances. Discover Casey Fallon. Buy the CD at Target stores and online at Amazon.com. Downloads available in the iTunes Store. Get more info at CaseyFallon.com. The bumper music you're listening to is brought to you by Stavros. Go to their website, rosielynn.com. That's ROSIELYNN.com.
Okay, we're going to try this again. We are attempting to once and for all solve the problem of whether or not the Asian man is hung the smallest of all nationalities. And also whether a guy that unfortunately has a biological problem with his unitage, whether or not that's going to hinder him. Now, is Dr. Corsani done with his Dr. Corsandi, by the way, our medical doctor, is a urologist, meaning he looks at male units for a living and has done it for 21 years. So if anybody's an expert on the male unitage, it is Dr. Corsandi, MD. By the way, he's married, so he's not gay, and he does it purely for clinical reasons. Linda Gross, you're with us still, right?
I'm ready, willing, and able.
Okay, now what's the status with Dr. Corsandi right now, Di?
She's got me on hold. Is just ringing forever.
Can you call back? Just call back
She's got me on
tell
hold
him we
now.
have to go on. Like
Okay.
whoever's in his room can participate. All right. like he has to put down the unit he's looking at and come on the radio. Okay.
All right.
Okay. Okay. So Linda, let's recap what was discussed yesterday. Linda? Hello, Linda Gross, are you there?
There we are.
Linda,
All right,
are
I'm
you
back.
there?
Yes, I'm here. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you now. It sounds beautiful.
All right. Well, I just happened to find a list of like 150 countries and their ranking penis size. So I'm very curious to see what the good doctor has to say about this.
In summarizing your list of 150 countries, do they decide by nationality what is the smallest to the largest unitage?
Yes, by country, yes. That's
And
what I'm saying.
are there different results in different countries?
They're averaging the country as a whole.
Okay, and what I mean,
And like the 15 Asian countries are at the bottom of the list.
you mean as being the smallest?
Yes.
Okay, and then
Countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Vietnam, China, Japan, Philippines, like all 15 of those types of countries are at the bottom of the list.
Oh, I see. It lists the unit size of every country in the world.
Yes.
And what's the number one country for unit size?
Yeah, let me scroll back up here. Ooh, Brazil.
Brazil?
Brazil takes the number one spot.
Wow, I would think it would be like Nigeria or something. And again, I don't want anybody to think I'm racially bashing anybody.
Well, wait a minute. Maybe I'm reading this wrong. It says Congo, parentheses, B-R-A-Z.
Oh, no, that's
So
yeah, no, Congo is in Africa.
Oh, right. Okay, so sorry.
Okay, yeah.
Congo.
Okay, so
There's Congo, Zaire, which came in number 3, and Congo, what do you call it, Poorman? B-R-A-Z. What does that stand for?
I think that's the new term for Congo. Where are we at with the doctor, Di?
It's just, she's got us on hold.
Can you tell her we're live on the radio?
I can tell her, but I mean, she's probably not going to answer. It took her forever to answer the phone to begin with.
Yeah, just call her back and just say we're live on the radio dying right now, just buying some time, and we've only got 2 minutes left. But let's continue with this. So Congo is number 1?
Yes.
And what else is up there? Are they all African nations that are in the top?
Okay, number 4 is Ghana.
Well, let's start with number 1. Number 1 is one of the Congos, right?
One of the Congos. And
What's number 2?
3 is Congo, Zaire.
And number
4
3?
is, number 3, we skip over to South America, Ecuador.
Ecuador, wow.
Our friends in Ecuador.
Wow, they're well-hung guys. Okay, and then number 4?
Number 4, back to Africa, which is Ghana.
Ghana, okay.
And then 5 and 6 are Colombia and Venezuela, so back to South America.
Okay.
Number 7 is Lebanon.
I'm getting all kinds of texts now from Caesar in San Diego. Now you both got me worried. Where does the Philippines fall in this? Caesar is Filipino. Can you find the Philippines in the list?
Let me go through 150 names. Hang on.
Okay, what about the United States?
Oh,
Where do we rank?
wait. Philippines is a poor old Philippines. They're down to 110th on the list.
Caesar, you're 110th out of 150. So there you go. Manny Pacquiao and you are not Pacquiaoing very
not
very much.
Pacquiaoing it.
What about the U.S. of A? Where are we?
Oh my God, I don't even know if I believe this one. It says USA is 96. That's
Are you serious? We're in the bottom half?
Yeah, I can't even believe this.
Oh,
Wow.
Dr. Corsandi, save us, Dr. Corsandi. Are you there? Doc. Oh, we get the big buildup, and where's the doctor?
Right here.
Oh, Dr. Corsandi, hey, how are you?
Good, how are we doing?
I want you to meet Linda Gross, the author of Mastering Women. She has written a book about dudes being able to accomplish anything with any women. And what we're discussing while we've been waiting for you is she's got a list of the top 150 countries in the world rated by unit size. I don't know how they did the research or not.
That's a good question. I'd like to know that too, actually.
I guess the top 5 are African, except for Ecuador is in there, right?
Yes. And actually, I just guessed at the number 150. I'm looking at the list now, and the bottom of the list is South Korea at 116. So they're evaluating 116 countries.
And what's number 1, the Belgian Congo? Or the former Belgian Congo, right?
The Congo, whatever Braz means, B-R-A-Z. I don't know if that means Brazilian.
Brazil.
Is that what it means? Dr. Corsandi, you're the most educated of all of us here.
Yeah, I'm not even sure what that means either, actually.
Okay, and then what's number 2?
The Congo Zaire is number 3.
And what's number 2?
Ecuador.
Ecuador comes in at number 2. And then we asked about the Philippines. Caesar wanted to know, and they were 110th.
Yep.
And everybody's worried that's texting me that all I'm doing is talking about penises the last 2 days. And the U.S. of A, by the way, Doc, is 90th.
Right,
Ooh.
96.
Now, Doc, you, as a medical doctor, you're a urologist, so your entire specialty is looking at the male appendage, right?
Yes, a lot of it.
Like how many units would you see on a good day, would you say?
Oh, probably at least 25 to 30.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah,
that's
what I do.
And in your practice, what would you say was the smallest one you've ever seen?
Well, they do have the stereotypes for sure. But, they always say, the Asians, like you were saying, South Korea, the Koreans, the Orient having smaller ones. I guess that's true to a certain extent, but you can't really just generalize it blankly like that. But I would say that, the numbers that you probably shown there on that list, it may be partially true. There's always outliers, but it's probably true. I do see a lot of that in my practice, and there are some genetic differences you actually just see in certain populations for sure. But that's not scientific. That's just hearsay. How did you come up with those numbers? I'm very curious to see. How did you rank these countries, though?
I didn't rank them. Someone else did this survey.
Yeah,
she slept with 10,000 men, and she's proud of it, Doc.
And then she graded them on her own. She had a little ruler right when they were done.
Well, actually, back in the day, the Kinsey studies, they actually did measure penis size, and I took a look at that yesterday, Poorman, after we got off the phone, and there were no penis sizes of 1 inch.
But in all honesty, what was this research based on of this 116 countries?
Right, and the Kinsey study,
No. But I mean the excuse me for interrupting, but the one you just been referring to, where was that research done and by who?
Okay, I just posted that on your Twitter, and it was done by, let me see what the name of this is, KLAQ.com Worldwide Penis Survey.
Doc, you might want to peruse that after our discussion here on the radio.
Well, the Kinsey Institute is actually fairly big. They do publish a lot of stuff, I believe, and they do a lot of studies in the area of sexual behavior and sexual medicine. So they do look at things like that. I don't know that study that, kind of measures or looks at measuring penises and kind of grading them or anything like that. But it is a fairly big institute in regards to just sexual health and sexual medicine for sure.
And,
Right.
now the other okay. So can you honestly say by nationality that one group is less well hung than another, Doc?
Not really.
Like everybody thinks the African American man or the African man has got the biggest.
I do see a lot of African American male patients that are fairly large in terms of penis size. That is true, but it's not just limited to them. See, that's the problem. So it's so non-specific. You can't just say that one group. You can't isolate it saying, most of them are this or most of them are that.
So have you seen any huge Asian men ever?
Now we're really putting you to the test.
Yeah. No. The answer would probably be no. Not in my practice. No, I have not.
And have you ever seen any small African American men?
Oh, sure. Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
But no large Asian men in 20. How many years have you been practicing?
Yeah, about over 20 years now.
And you've never seen one well-hung Asian man?
Not super huge. No.
So,
Doctor,
Caesar from the Philippines.
Have you seen any men overall in your 20 years of examination? Anybody who's 1 inch?
No.
Have you seen anyone who is 3 inches?
Yeah, probably.
Because the Kinsey survey was very comprehensive, and that's like the gold standard in our industry. And I think, from what my memory serves me, is there was no one under 4.5.
Yeah, but it depends on what population you look at. You got to remember, I'm a urologist, so I see a lot of patients with prostate cancer, and they've had previous surgery. So I was just going to say that, normally you would not see that, but in the population that I see where they've had cancer and treatment and surgeries, it does make it a little bit less. And then they've always been treated, though. So, but that's not the population you're looking at. You're just looking for people de novo without any treatment.
Correct,
any treatment.
and that was my footnote yesterday, Poorman. I don't know if the doctor heard yesterday's show, but I said, shy of an injury, surgery, or medication, I really, can't understand why someone would be 1 inch. I mean,
okay, but here's
no
the thing. Let's
inch.
bring Di in real quick. Di?
Yes.
Di got into this yesterday too with Linda because Linda said that, and Di, you have actually, you mentioned yesterday you had sex with a guy that was like 1 inch.
I tried. It didn't work, poor man. It doesn't work when it's that small, I'm telling you.
You know what, this is radio, so can you explain how small was it? Like you used the reference.
I'm showing you my finger. It was shorter than my pinky finger. It was shorter than that, and maybe a little more plump, but I mean, I'm a small woman. I'm a very small built woman. So that is small.
Okay, so from the bottom of your finger to the top of your little finger, that's more than 1 inch.
No, I'm telling you, it's okay, smaller than my finger. Smaller than, smaller than my baby.
Is it from the knuckle to the top of the fingernail? Isn't that what you said?
Yeah, it's about that.
And that was fully erect?
Yes. I am not kidding. I wouldn't kid about something like that.
And then you said,
believe me, I'm not.
And then you said it couldn't work very well either. And Linda was saying yesterday, yes, it can. And so that's why we wanted to bring on Doc.
I'm agreeing with Di on that aspect because biologically speaking, the woman's nerve endings are 3 inches up. So technically, if the penis is longer than 3 inches, the woman can get aroused.
Hey,
so it didn't. Not going to get 1 inch insertion. It's not going to.
It had nothing to do with arousal. It had everything to do with it. It wouldn't stay. It wouldn't. There wasn't enough to go anywhere. Okay.
Okay, Dr. Corsandi, that's why we needed you here to clear up these women.
It'd be interesting, especially to hear that it's, while it was erect to be that small, because then you have to think about when it's not erect, how small is it actually? There is something called a microphallus or micropenis, which we usually see in kids, and they actually have a hormonal problem. And so, maybe he had a hormonal problem that was undiagnosed and undertreated. So we do see that in kids, and then those kids usually have a hormonal issue that has to be dealt with. But outside of that, if this person was otherwise healthy, not having any previous surgeries or medications, it's not really adding up. He may actually, though, if it's true what you're saying and the measurements are correct, he may actually have a physical hormonal problem that does not allow him to grow adequately during his, years of having puberty and hormonal growth.
Wow.
So,
wow. Well,
so,
Doc, the other thing, as I recall, Di was saying, is like if you buy, the bag of carrots in the grocery section of your vegetable section, the bag where they have the little tiny mini carrots in the bag?
Yeah.
She was comparing the size of this guy to one of those mini carrots. Does that sound like that's just too small to be normal?
Too small. Yeah, that's too small to be normal.
But okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you're not dispelling the fact that this actually could have happened. You're not saying that, right?
Oh no.
No,
okay.
He's not
okay.
saying that. He's just saying shy of a healthy
And he was a small guy. He was probably only like 5'5" or 5'6".
But Doc, it didn't work. And Linda's saying, and you're saying, Doc, you're saying
undiagnosed.
Yeah, Doc, you're saying that even small people down below can still have a great sex life, and you've
yeah, sure. Sure. If they're medically and hormonally intact, that should not be an issue. And as long as you're able to get a good erection, I've never heard a woman say, like she was just saying just now with Di, that, I couldn't feel anything or was way too small. You almost never hear that in somebody who's actually physically normal. But, if it's that small when you're comparing it to those little baby carrots, yeah, that's an issue. That's not normal. So either they're over-exaggerating how small it really is.
No,
or,
I swear to God.
Yeah, then he's got to be checked out. He's got to be checked out and have some hormonal blood studies. And these are just simple blood tests you can do to see if he actually has a problem. And usually the number one problem is hormonal. They would just do a testosterone level, make sure his testicles are functioning okay, et cetera, things like that. And the other secondary features, does he have any manly characteristics, pubic hair, or his testicles of normal size and shape? That will give you a clue, too. But just a blood test. You can just work him out with a blood test.
Doctor, thank you for validating what I've been saying.
Thanks,
speaking
Doc.
last week, poor man, you owe me some props here.
Right, absolutely. Listen, Linda Gross, author of Mastering Women, thank you for being on. And Di, you need to contact him and maybe have him call
I don't
Sandy
have
if
his
you still have his
contact
number.
information. No, I threw that out. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Thanks, Doc.
All right, guys. Nice talking.
Okay, so thanks for taking the
Doc.
time.
Okay, bye, ladies.
Okay, thanks, Linda. And we will be back, hopefully, with Carl from the Nickel Shopper. And if anybody wants to win some prizes, I know you're out there, IE listeners. Here's the phone number. Call in now and be part of the Poorman Spelling Bee at 888-909-1050. Even if you're watching online, 888-909-1050.
Have you ever wanted to bring the beauty of the ocean right into your home or office? Or already have an aquarium and just no time to clean it? Let Scuba Steve's Fish take care of that for you, specializing in new aquarium setups and maintenance. That's ScubaStevesFish.net, 714-600-2739. Check out the website at ScubaStevesFish.net. That's ScubaStevesFish.net. Get it? Fish.net? Serving Orange County and parts of the Inland Empire. There's nothing worse than a dirty aquarium. ScubaStevesFish.net. Negative items in your credit reports can keep you from financing a new home or a new car. They can even jeopardize you from getting that dream job you always wanted. At Easy Choice Financial, we don't think that's fair. And we're credit repair experts who specialize in permanently removing negative items off your reports so you can live the life you deserve. We're so good, we guarantee an improvement in your credit score in 6 months or you'll get a full refund. It's that easy. Call us today at 888-655-6768 or learn more at easychoicefinancial.com. Call 888-655-6768 for your free consultation. Easy Choice Financial is licensed and bonded and has been doing credit repair for over 18 years. All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, and Bradford and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Bumpers on the Poor Man Show are provided by Kcaa Fallen Music. Go to kcaafallen.com.
And we are back here. I never expected that we would have an hour and a half of the last 2 days on this program a penis discussion. But we did. And there you go. And now we move on to the man, the myth, the legend, the founder and creative force behind the one rag that still has great deals, the one actual weekly paper that comes out, I don't want to say throwaway paper, that still is in business from the high desert in the Inland Empire. The Nickel Shopper owner, Carl Kearns. Carl, welcome.
Well, thank you, poor man, and I'd like to give a special shout-out to my other half, Dawn, who finally, right now, is at the store listening to the program, and she goes, do you know what you're following?
Well, listen, I hope you couldn't relate to any of that small talk, so to speak, Carl.
No, the only time I get shy is when I watch my horses.
Oh, yeah, right, of course. You know, I have seen an erect horse. It's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
So, okay, so we'll try to end that for now. Well, anyway, we've got somebody who we're trying to reach now, Anna, who actually is one of everybody's heard this by now, the penny saver went out of business, and there were, I guess, 700 employees were let go with a moment's notice. They all got their checks, and every one of them had their last check bounce. And the penny saver, I don't know how many years it had been around for. You probably know more about that than I do.
I think they basically were around for about 50 years. And I'm the third owner of the Nickel Shopper. I've had it 16 and a half years now. And my first 6 months in business, they told me I wasted my time and money, that they'd put me under in 6 months. So I'm still here.
Well, and before that, I mean, how long has it been around for, the paper?
Penny Saver?
No, the Nickel Shopper.
The Nickel Shopper. We're over 35 years old now.
Good for you, dude.
Yeah, so we're holding strong, and we're not only on the rack where you can pick up a hard copy, but you can also go online to thenickelshopper.com. And you can click on issues, and you can look back at the last, I think, year and a half, almost 2 years. So if there's a back copy you wanted, you can go there and find it. It's easy to research. And I'm going to give you a plug here. Poor Man Perspective is on page 10.
Yay!
And, my Unspoken Thoughts is on page 9.
Right. So those are the two articles in there, in addition to all the great deals, right?
That is correct.
So how long was a penny saver around, Carl?
I think they were like at the 50-year mark, if I'm not mistaken. And it's interesting, too, because a lot of people don't realize that penny saver was also, I believe, pretty much coast to coast in all 50 states.
And just, why did they go out of business? What do you think happened?
Well, number one, they were really popular for a long time because they mailed out door-to-door, post office, the whole bit. And people got excited over that when they were putting their ads in. They didn't realize that probably somewhere between 70 to maybe 80% of the mail-out goes straight in the trash can. People don't even bother to look at it. Their prices were too high.
You mean of the things they were selling in there? Or it was a free rag, though, right?
Yeah, it was free, but their full page was slightly larger than my quarter page. Okay? So, it was small. Print was small. They use probably the cheapest paper out there. We use 35-pound white, which is really top of the line for a publication.
But you think it's as simple as that? Because, I mean, they've been around 50 years using that format. Is it just because of the size of the paper and the type of paper? Or is it? Do you think it could also relate maybe with the fact people just don't get papers anymore? They just go online for everything.
Right, but the thing is, a lot of people do like the hard copy. And and the nickel shopper has a large following. I think the biggest thing that killed them was they just got to a point of absurd on pricing. My ad that will cover the entire high desert, say a 3x5 inch, runs you about $30 a week. For them to put it up here in the high desert was close to $400 or $500 a week to cover all the areas my paper covers.
And yours is $30, and they were charging $400 or $500
for the equivalent size ad. Yeah,
in the same area.
Yeah, because they split the towns into Apple Valley, Part 1, 2, 3, Victorville 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if you called up, they go, yeah, your ad's $5. It'll be in one area in Victorville. Now, if you want all 4 areas, it's going to cost you $30. If you want Apple Valley, all 3 areas, it's going to cost you $50. If you want the entire high desert, you're looking at spending $300-400.
And could you see this coming with a penny saver? Obviously, you're in the same business. Did you figure they'd go out of business, or were you shocked?
Well, actually, I was not really surprised because this last 2 years we've really made a dent in picking up new advertisers since they closed their doors last Friday. My phone's been going off the hook. My outside sales manager, Ray Rodriguez, has just been knocking down ads left and right, selling quarter-page ads, and people are going, my God, I can't believe you guys are so affordable.
Really? And how many new sponsors do you think you've gotten since the penny saver went out of business?
Well, since my meeting with him on Tuesday, we've picked up, I think, 7 or 8 more ads. So we're having to jump 4 more pages this week. We were thinking we'd have to do that by October or November. At the rate we're going and we're getting around now, I'd say we should be up to maybe somewhere between the low side of 24 to the high side of maybe 32 pages by Christmas or the New Year.
And you're at how many right now?
Right now we're at 12, and it's 12 strong pages.
Wow, you're going to triple the size of your magazine with the penny saver going out of business. What's happened? So this is just in the high desert where you are. And what do you think is happening around the whole country? Are there other papers like yours that are still around?
Yeah, there are. There's several different versions out there, and I think that they're probably going to do well also. But they have a tendency to be more in less populated areas. So it could take a little bit for it to start showing them some financial gain. So like with me, I'm looking at broadening our area, expanding out, and so now I'm looking at, well, they're gone, but I don't want to grow so fast that I can't keep tabs on it, that it gets out of control. And I still want you to be able to run an ad in the paper and be happy with it, what you pay for the month. You didn't give up going out for the next 6 months. You know, that it's financially reasonable.
Okay, and so why do you think then the penny saver just gave them like 1 day's notice, sent out checks, and then none of them were covered? I mean, doesn't that sound pretty harsh?
Well, but the thing is, that's where the uppity-ups knew that they were going down, and that they couldn't, that it was just, the money wasn't coming in. They probably had higher payroll, printing expenses going out. They might have been doing printing in-house. That I'm not sure of. But what it came down to is they go, you know what, we can't afford to pay the people that brought us this money, so let's just take the money and split. I'm surprised that we haven't heard about possible investigation of fraud. You know, the Labor Board is definitely going to be on them. But also now my question is the people that paid in advance, 2-3 months in advance for their ads, and, oh, yeah, their ads aren't going to be hitting the street now. What about those folks?
Oh, they're going to be hit with a flurry of lawsuits. We've got Scott Schwartz, one of our, we have several attorneys that sponsor the show. He's a workers' comp attorney, but he's got somebody who also does employment law. And I was thinking maybe we should gather everybody who got fired by the penny saver in this area, or all 700. I guess a penny saver must be located somewhere in Southern California, but maybe they should form a class action lawsuit and just go after these guys.
Right, but the thing too then is you're going to have to prove assets. Did they own any properties? Can you because it was a corporation, you can't go after the individuals in it. It's going to take an attorney to figure that out, which way to hit them, to get these people squared away. I don't know what their
you know what the mad texter just texted me, that they had a line of credit canceled at the last minute. Well, anyway, it's a mess. Well, Carl, listen, we're up against it. I want to do a giveaway, but I've got Peter Dills coming on. I hope you don't mind. We'll do it next time. But I just wanted to pump up the fact you're still in business. And how do people reach you at the Nickel Shopper if they want to put an ad in for 1/5 of what the penny saver charge?
You can go to thenickelshopper.com and click on the link to send me an email, or you can reach me at 760-646-3654, and we'll be happy to take care of you and save you money.
You're the man, Carl, and hopefully you're hung like a man.
There you go.
Oh, man. All right, okay, thanks a lot. Next up, we got Peter Dills, Dining with Dills. He's giving away some big-time restaurant certificates, so IE, you better call in if you want to win them.
Linda.
Too many men are wimps.
Linda Gross loves men. Bet that got your attention. Linda is a men's advocate who has helped many men get their balls back. And she can help you. Her proven coaching techniques will skyrocket your confidence and boost you into action in 4 sessions or less. Stop being stupid with girls, in business, or dump a lifelong problem. Go to themensadvocate.com or email Linda info@themensadvocate.com. Mention the Poor Man Show and get 15 minutes free. Also, pick up Linda's book, Mastering Women, on Amazon. Get the straight talk from the woman who knows.
I'm Scott Schwartz, and with me, my clients always come first. If you've been injured on the job, I can help. The Schwartz family has been representing injured workers throughout the state of California for more than 50 years. We do it with integrity, and that has earned us an excellent reputation among peers, adversaries, and our clients. Call me at 800-550-1836 for a free consultation. The insurance company doesn't have your best interest in mind. I do, and you don't pay unless we win. Call now so we can get started on your workers' comp claim. 800-550-1836. You don't pay unless we win.
Tired of spending too much money on an ad and then trying to find your ad in the newspaper, buried among hundreds, even thousands of other ads? Isn't it time you got a great deal when you were trying to sell that car, that dining room set, that refrigerator, or offering your handyman services? Now you can in the Nickel Shopper. For as little as $7.50 per week, your ad can be seen by thousands of eyeballs in the high desert, and they're getting the Nickel Shopper for free. Call today to place your ad in the Nickel Shopper, 760-646-3654, or go to thenickelshopper.com for all the details. 760-646-3654. The Nickel Shopper. Coming soon to the IE.
Hey man, my new favorite band Stavros has a new CD out called Ordinary World, featuring the single 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whack the GB. And get tripping with its wickedly great song Mailbox. Man, that's Stavros with their new CD, Ordinary World, at iTunes and Amazon. Get it, man.
The bumper music you're listening to right now is provided by the 4019s. Go to their website, the4019s.com.
All right, we are back here with our last segment of the show, and Peter Dills is here, Dining with Dills. It's on KLAA, the Angels radio station. He's on every Sunday, and a lot of times it just depends on if the Angels are playing at night, during the day. I guess this week, I'm a huge LA Angels fan. LA Angels and LA Kings, those are my teams. The Angels are playing at 5 o'clock, a national ESPN game, and it's a good station to be on, Peter. I think you're in a good spot.
Yeah, it's definitely a male demographic, and that's okay. We can talk about beers and girls and places to go. And I tried to in the beginning. I tried to get more women to listen. I don't care. There's plenty of listeners, and if they're Angel fans, that's even better.
Dude, I always look at it this way: if my audience are people in a retirement home that are hooked up to a respirator and need to have an attendant with a a dish pan, and I've got the entire senior citizen population good. Right. I don't care who they are that's listening. That's my feeling.
My challenge is, though, that I promise the restaurants that people are listening that they'll get out and go to their restaurants. But hey, I got a funny penny saver story for you.
Yeah, I know. I saw that you texted me that, and also we got somebody on the line ready to somebody from the Inland Empire. Actually, several people who want to play the Poor Man's Spelling Bee. That's coming up next. Anybody who wants to do it, Peter is giving away. How many certificates are you giving away? One.
All right. Now, I've got a flight of wine. Actually, 2 flights of wine at a Covina restaurant called the Rev Winery. The Rev Winery, right out there in Covina. And if they're not wine or beer drinkers, then I've got $30 worth of gift cards to the Pyology out there in, I think it's Azusa. Yeah, Azusa and Upland.
Okay, so by 2 sides of wine, are they like bottles of wine, or what does that mean?
No, it's a flight, meaning they're going to come in with the gift card that we give them, and then the bartender will give them 3 glasses of wine to try. And so that's the deal that I made with the Rev Winery. And it's plenty of wine to drink, trust me.
Okay. Or you get the $50 gift card for Pyology, which is a great pizza place. So here's the number if you guys want to call. All you got to do is spell the word that I give you. And oh, we have some special words that the Poor Man has come up with. Yes, we do. The number to call in and win these prizes, and you got to be a good speller. It's 888-909-1050. 888-909-1050. Okay, so what's your penny saver story now that they got out of business?
All right. They had, at one point, it was 10 million circulation. And they hired my dad, Elmer Dills, to write for them, to write a column.
Your dad, by the way, in case people don't know, he was the most famous restaurant critic of all time. That would be safe to say, right? Huge.
In California, and I don't know about other country or other states, but definitely in California.
Yeah, and also he kind of gave me my start in radio, so it's your dad's fault.
So they at one point they had 10 million circulation. He's writing for them. They're paying him. This is 10, 15 years ago. They're paying him $500 a week for an article that probably took him about 10 minutes to do. But
$500 a week. How many years ago?
10 or 15 years ago.
Wow.
To do an article. But the thing was, now look, this is what the penny saver thought, and this did work before, like you were mentioning with your nickel guy, that their thinking was, look, we do 10 million of these penny savers that go to people's homes. 95% of everybody would throw them directly in the trash. By having Elmer Dill's article in there, if we could get 1% of the people, in addition, to keep the penny saver, it's a win-win. So think about it, 1% of 10 million. Wouldn't you like to have that?
Well, did your dad find people were reading his article in the penny saver?
The restaurants that he would write about in the penny saver, the restaurants would tell my dad that the effect of the penny saver article was the same as going on KABC TV for 3 minutes with my dad's review.
That's Channel 7, which is one of the top channels. Wow, interesting. Yeah. Do you know, dude, I was one time on the cover of The Recycler. That's the biggest press I've ever gotten.
Yeah. I mean, you would think the OC Weekly would be, but no. Back in the day, The Recycler and the Penny Saver were it.
Do we have one more commercial break? I guess we do. Okay. Do you want to anything real quickly? What time are you going to be before we get to the giving away your prizes? When are you going to be on Sunday? What time?
We're going to be on at 3 p.m. Today is National Brisket Day, so we'll be celebrating it on Sunday.
Okay, talking about brisket.
Yeah.
And what time? Brisket. 3 p.m. on KCAA AM 830, which actually gets some pretty good numbers in the IE.
Yeah, we do pretty well out there in the IE and in Orange County, and there's a lot of Angel fans out there. A lot of Angel fans.
Right. So Dining with Dills, it's a great show, and they'll be talking about brisket, and then if you know Peter, something else will come up, and it'll go in any direction. Okay, so why don't we take our final break, and then if people are holding on to play the Poor Man's Spelling Bee for the prizes Peter is giving at Pyology, and what's the name of your wine place?
It's called Rev Winery out in Covina, so it's on the cusp of 909. But I checked it out already. You've got listeners out there.
Okay. All right. We got people on hold right now. So if you want to get in and win, the number is 888-909-1050. And we'll do it, the Poor Man's Spelling Bee, right after this. And wait till you hear the first word you have to spell.
All legal cases are different. Hiring the right lawyer can make all the difference in the outcome of your case. Whether it's a DUI, divorce, or family law, the law firm of Hanson, Gorey, Bradford, and Hanich has the solution. From misdemeanor to felony offenses, Hanson, Gorey, Bradford, and Hanich have more than 50 years of collective legal experience to win for you. Call right now to schedule a free no-obligation case consultation today. 951-687-6003, 951-687-6003, or see for yourself at hgblawyers.com. Do it now. Hey everybody, Pat Matthews here. When I'm not doing the production of the new Poor Man Show here on Kcaa 1050 AM, I'm programming my internet radio station, Beatles-orama. It's been my pleasure to keep the spirit of the Beatles alive for the past 13 plus years, hosting my morning show Monday through Friday and running the greatest tribute station on the web. So, if you've never heard us, go to Beatlesorama.com and click on the Player Start button. And if you're already a listener, all of us here at Beatles-orama, thank you. It's time for the Poor Man's Spelling Bee. Call 888-909-1050 and you can play for big prizes. And now, here's your host, a man who spells poor man with 3 O's for his email address, the Poor Man.
Thank you, Mr. Announcer Pat Matthews. Are you still there, Peter Dills? Peter.
Peter is gone.
He's gone. Okay. Well, let's get right to it. We actually have a woman on the line who wants to play the Poor Man's Spelling Bee. And who do we have first, Di?
This is Trish. Hey, Trish.
Hey.
Trish, welcome. Where are you calling from?
Corona, California.
Corona. And how did you find our show?
Oh, I don't know. I had it there left over from listening to Dave Ramsey this afternoon. So then I was like all intrigued. You guys have been talking about some pretty interesting things.
Oh, thank you. Well, listen, we're on Monday through Friday at 2 to 3 p.m., always following Dave. So hopefully you'll become a regular listener. But let's see if we can get you a prize now. You know, we talked about the male anatomy earlier, right?
Yes, you did.
Here is your word to spell, and what would you want? Do you want the wine or do you want the Pyology prizes?
The Pyology I don't drink.
Okay. It's Pyology, I believe in Azusa is the restaurant. The word you need to spell, ready?
Yes.
Pinot Scrotal Rafe.
Pinot Scrotal what?
Pinot Scrotal Rafe.
PENOSCROTAL. And what was the last part?
Rafe.
Rafe.
Rafe. It's actually I'll give you a hint. It's actually
Is it French? Is it English? Is it Latin?
Yes, it is.
It's Latin?
Yes, it's. I'm not sure what the derivation is.
Okay, well, I'm just going to say
you know what? You're right. So
sorry
about that. You're okay. You're right up to this point. All you got to do is spell Rafe, and you're a winner.
Rafe. Is it RAF? I'm an E, not A, not E.
Huh?
I meant E, not A.
Spell it again. It's two words. I know. This is okay. You know what? I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give it to you anyway because you spelled the first word correct, and I said it was one. It was one word. It's actually two words. You win anyway. You're a winner, Miriam.
Ah, thank you.
Do you want to know how you spell Raphe?
Yes.
It is R-A-P-H-E.
Oh, P-H-E. That's weird because there's no P-H in Latin. But okay,
yes.
Cool.
And it involves the glans penis, but I won't even get any more into it than that. That's what the actual word means. Congratulations. I guess we. All right, so you're the only winner. We've run out of time. The other person that was on hold, what was that man's name, Di?
That was Steve from Redlands, and also we had Aldo from Corona.
Okay, all you people, we'll do this again. We like this poor man's
Anna, hang on the line.
Sorry?
Anna needs to hang on the line.
Okay.
Okay, hang on. We'll get your name. And thanks, everybody, for listening. We'll see you Monday for more. Hi.
I'm Jed Lesher, CNBC Radio. The Dow is down 78 points and NASDAQ is off 20. Stocks are extending their losses after a weak first quarter GDP report and falling consumer sentiment. Investors are concerned about the strength of the economy. Financials and industrials are leading the decliners. Energy is holding up best. The price of oil rose $2.62 today to $60.30 a barrel, a gain of 4.5%. An Anheuser-Busch plant in Georgia is canning water instead of beer to help flood victims in Texas and Oklahoma. And the American Red Cross is getting a $150,000 donation from AT&T. U.S. telecom regulators are leaning toward rejecting a T-Mobile request that more airways be set aside for smaller wireless companies to bid on during a government auction next year. And Sepp Blatter has won a fifth term as president of FIFA despite U.S. and Swiss investigations into corruption within soccer's world governing body. John Lesher, CNBC Radio.
There is something about the road that beckons, that invites us to pack up the family and leave the world behind. And there is something about an industry-leading unlimited mileage warranty on a certified pre-owned Mercedes-Benz that gives us the freedom to do exactly that. You take to the highway, rack up the miles for up to 3 years, and drive with the assurance that your Mercedes-Benz is covered. You have the security of being in a car that has been certified to Mercedes-Benz standards, while you enjoy a carefree ownership experience for miles and miles. But while the mileage is unlimited, your time to take advantage of our certified pre-owned sales event is not. Now through June 1st, you can also receive complimentary prepaid maintenance and your first 2 months payments on us on select models, plus 3 months of Sirius XM satellite radio. So hurry into your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer today and see why we say the odometer is there to record the memories.
See your authorized Mercedes-Benz dealer for complete details and limitations on certified pre-owned warranties.
KCAA Loma Linda.
Are you particular about the vitamins and supplements you take? Have you found that the big chain stores simply don't have what you need? Then you should know about the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. You'll find rock-bottom prices on gourmet, top-quality vitamins and mineral supplements at the Vitamin Center. Get 30% off on all supplements and homeopathic products. All, not just selected merchandise. In addition, you'll find 30% off on all cosmetics, soaps, shampoos, toothpaste, makeup, hair coloring, and lip gloss. And all tea products are discounted 20%. Why go anywhere else? See for yourself at the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills, 5007 Canaan Road in Agora Hills. Or check out the savings and place your order online, VitaminCenterAgoraHills.com. Start saving by getting what you need from the Vitamin Center of Agora Hills. And tell a friend that the Vitamin Center ships nationwide. Call 818-707-0005. That's 818-707-0005. The Vitamin Center of Agora Hills.
Good afternoon. It's a couple minutes after the hour. I'm Di Rice with the latest in local news on KCAA 1050 AM. A Redlands man remains hospitalized after being stabbed in the face last Friday in Redlands. In the incident, police arrested 38-year-old Robert Lawrence Carson, a.k.a. Robert Perrine of Highland. The 33-year-old victim was riding his bike home from the library when Carson and another person drove up to him in an SUV. Carson is a documented gang member and accused the victim of being in his territory. During the altercation, Carson stabbed the victim, leaving a 4-inch laceration on his face. On Wednesday, the Redlands Police Department posted on their Facebook page that the victim will undergo a second operation to repair nerve damage. He'll be missing school and is in need of a laptop to keep up with his studies. Within 10 minutes of the post going up, someone donated a laptop to the victim. The victim attends the Art Institute of California in San Bernardino. After a 3-hour standoff, deputies have arrested several suspects and have seized over 7,300 marijuana plants. Over a 2-day period this week, the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department Marijuana Enforcement Team arrested 8 people in Newberry Springs. The suspects barricaded themselves inside the residence and refused to come out. Numerous requests were made by investigators at the scene, but they were unsuccessful. The Met Group called on SWAT to assist, and all suspects were taken into custody without incident. In addition to the 7,300 marijuana plants, deputies seized approximately 50 pounds of processed marijuana and arrested 8 people altogether. Inland Empire weather, your weekend is sunny. Saturday's high near 90, Sunday's high near 87, overnight dropping down to about 57. Currently we're at about 87 here in San Bernardino. That's the latest in local news on KCAA. This report has been brought to you by the Foundation for a Better Life. Winston Churchill's words stirred his country in the face of defeat. Today, they inspire us to reach for our own victories. Commitment. Pass it on. From the Foundation for a Better Life at values.com.
It's the show that's saving the world, one naughty joke at a time. Langdon Nation, every Friday night at 7 p.m., right here on KCAA 1050 AM.
The show that celebrates small business and entrepreneurs, it's Biz Rap Radio with your host, small businessman, educator, and author Michael Manahan. And welcome to another edition of Biz Rap Radio. It's your host, Michael Manahan, and thank you so much for joining me today. We've got an absolutely great show lined up for you. If you've not listened to us before, Biz Rap Radio is the show all about small business and entrepreneurs. Yes, we're here to celebrate small business and entrepreneurs, and we're fighting for small business and entrepreneurs. Some things you may not know. Most people in America actually work for small businesses, and as we pull out of the recession, most jobs are created by small businesses. So we are a significant force in the economy. I myself am a small business person as well as an educator and an author. But, it seems everybody's got their gun sights lined up on small business. When the economy suffers, is the government bailing out small businesses? No, they're bailing out Wall Street, the fat cats on Wall Street and General Motors. Every day the government increases the number of rules and regulations that you and I have to comply with as small business people. The costs of doing business continue to go up and up. And let's say you want some money for your business to expand it. Well, you're not going to get it from the banks. They're forcing you to go use your credit cards and pay 25% interest to get funding for your business. And it used to be, of course, in America, we had a vibrant market for small securities. The government has done everything in its power to strangle the flow of capital to small businesses, but that's okay. We're still here. We're still fighting. We're still helping America grow. And if you're interested in the whole area of small business, by all means, listen to the show, but go to our website. It's bizrapradio.com. That's bizrapradio.com. You can check out all of our archived shows. Gosh, we've got nearly a year's worth of shows on the website right now, and sign up for our newsletter, read some of the great articles we've got on our website, and use our suggestion box. If you've got an idea on the show, if you've got comments, suggestions, please use it. We have had some absolutely fabulous guests on the show. We've had people who can help small businesses in everything from marketing to legal issues to funding, raising capital, social media, And we've also had a number of entrepreneurs on the show, people who are trying to start businesses or who are actively running businesses. And I'm talking about real, everyday entrepreneurs. You know, I watch these shows on, CNN and Fox Business and other shows like that, and they don't have everyday folks on those shows. If they interview an entrepreneur, it's got to be, like Zuckerberg, who started Facebook, some multi-billionaire. Well, those people are few and far between. Most entrepreneurs, if they're successful, they operate a modest business. They make a reasonable income. But they don't seem to get much attention. But that's what this show is all about. We want to give those people all the attention we can. And one of the things I love about entrepreneurs is a lot of them wear what I call dual hats. And I'm a perfect example of that. I do my radio show, which I love to do. I have my consulting business. I help small businesses and entrepreneurs in financial advisory and fundraising and business plans and those types of things. And I also teach accounting and finance at California State University, Dominguez Hills. A big shout out for Dominguez Hills. Go Toros. And what I find, there's a lot of entrepreneurs out there who are wearing dual hats. They may have a main occupation, but then they will be doing something in addition to that because they have a passion for that. And sometimes their main occupation actually falls by the wayside. They end up giving that up and focusing on their passion. Sometimes they do both. Depends whether or not they're making money with their passion. But